I just made a TikTok about my grandparents because one of my fans had a question that I finally answered. But it's gotten me thinking about some of the conundrums we face when we go ex-Mormon. Here's an experience I had, which I'm not quite sure what to do with. I attended a baptism as the representative for the primary presidency, and it had been a difficult one because the boy was afraid of getting dunked. He'd been drowned, and so it took a while. I was on my way home and at a stoplight when a song came on the radio, Will the Circle Be Unbroken, and I started to smell the distinct odor of my grandfather's pipe. He liked to smoke a certain apple tobacco, and when I was very small, I would sit in his lap while he did his crossword puzzle and listen to hee-haw on the television set and just enjoy being Grandpa's kid. So I started to cry as the light turned green and I'm driving home because I feel like it's my grandpa in the back seat. And I cry and I cry and I don't want to turn around, and that song keeps playing. Well, by the time I get home, it was really late. It was like 10, and so I didn't call my dad. But first thing in the morning, I call my dad, and I say, Dad, guess what? Last night I was driving home from this baptism, and on the radio there was this bluegrass song, because my grandpa had his own bluegrass band. Anyway, there was this bluegrass song, Will the Circle Be Unbroken? And my dad interrupts me, and he says, Katie, that was your grandpa's favorite song. I did not know this till my dad said so. What do I do with that? Well, at the time, I thought it meant that my grandpa wanted his temple work done. And so I made sure that that work was done. And it was hard because I offended some people in my family, including my grandmother at first. And it took a couple years. But I always felt like that experience happened to me because my grandpa wanted his temple work done. What do I do with that now? I know it was real. It's really hard when everything first goes through the Mormon filter before it gets to the brain. And these are the kind of experiences that I've had spiritually. And sometimes it hurts and sometimes it doesn't. Tonight it's not hurting too bad. I miss my grandpa.